So a very good afternoon to all of you. Hope you are all fine at your places. Now today I'm coming with you the another unit of electrical circuit analysis, and this unit is known as two-port network. We have to discuss what do you mean by this two-port network, how this two-port network can be used in our electrical circuit, and what are the various two-port networks are under this chapter. So before discussing this two-port network, you all see there is a one diagram as seen on your screen, that we have a system, and in this system you have the two ports. That two ports will be port 1, that is input port, and port 2 is an output port. You can see a system. In a system you are having an input and you are having an output. The input is called as port 1 and the output is called as port 2. Now, so you can say that as you seen on your screen, every system is having a certain input and the output. So you can say that your 1 stands for input and 2 stands for output. 1 means where the input supply is given to the system, and 2 is output port where the output supply is taken out. Now in our electrical, as we know, there are two types of signals available. One is called as the voltage, another is called as the current. So when we take in terms of two port analysis, can we have these four values, that is V1, V2, I1 and I2, where V1 is called as input voltage, V2 is called as output voltage, I1 is called as input current and I2 is called as output current. सो मीन्स मतलब क्या है टू पोर्ट एनालिसिस का? टू पोर्ट एनालिसिस में क्या है कि हमारे लेफ्ट साइड पे एक इनपुट है और हमारे राइट साइड पे एक आउटपुट है. इनपुट को हम डिनोट कर रहे हैं 1 के साथ एंड आउटपुट को हम लोग डिनोट कर रहे हैं 2 के साथ. इनपुट पोर्ट वो पोर्ट होती है जहां पर हम सिग्नल देते हैं किसी सिस्टम को, और आउटपुट पोर्ट वो पोर्ट होती है जहां से हम लोग सिग्नल की आउटपुट लेते हैं. अब हमारे इलेक्ट्रिकल में देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ सिग्नल्स अवेलेबल. एक होता है वोल्टेज सोर्स और एक होता है करंट सोर्स. सो यू कैन से दैट वी हैव V1 and V2 because we have V1 and V2. V1 stands for input voltage and V2 stands for output voltage. And likewise I1, I2. I1 is called as input current and I2 is called as output current. So what do you mean by this network, two-port network? Two-port network, we can say that it is defined as the ratio of these signals. For example, if we have V1 upon I1, if we have V2 upon I2, if we have I1 upon I2, if we have I1 upon V2, V2 by V1 and so on. So you can say that network में two-port network क्या है? Two-port network है रिलेशन बिटवीन इनपुट एंड आउटपुट सिग्नल. इनपुट सिग्नल वोल्टेज हो सकता है, इनपुट सिग्नल करंट हो सकता है, आउटपुट सिग्नल वोल्टेज हो सकता है, आउटपुट सिग्नल करंट हो सकता है. सो द रेशियो ऑफ दीज इनपुट टू द आउटपुट वोल्टेज एंड द करंट is generally known as two-port network. Is it clear? Is it clear बच्चे कि two-port network है क्या basically? Clear? So if I talk about the continuation part, in our two-port network we have 6 types of parameters available. And you see जब मैंने आप लोगों को प्रैक्टिकल्स दिए थे, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए थे, वहां आपने देखा था योर फर्स्ट एक्सपेरिमेंट विल बी Z parameter, second will be Y parameter, next you have ABCD parameter and we have H parameter. So in electrical circuit analysis there are total 6 types of parameters available, and all these 6 type of parameters we have to be understand, we have to be drive these parameters कि ये parameters क्या क्या होते हैं. Like if you see, your number 1 will be called as impedance parameter. It is also known as Z parameter, also known as open circuit parameter. Second will be admittance parameter, also known as Y parameter, also known as short circuit parameter. Next you have ABCD parameter or transmission parameter or journal parameter. After that, we have inverse ABCD parameter, inverse transmission parameter, inverse general parameter. The fifth one is hybrid parameter, H parameter, or known as inverse G parameter. And the last one is called as G parameter or inverse H parameter. So that means the chapter, the course that we have started is parameter is basically comprises of 6 parameters, and we have to discuss these parameters one by one. And you see, when you discuss these parameters one by one, every parameter has an interrelation. Every parameter defines certain signals, ratio of certain signal, rather we can say that, in which somehow is have input, output, output, input, all this. So if I elaborate in more ways, so you can see your impedance parameter, that is Z parameter, is basically a combination of 4 parameters. Every parameter, either it have an impedance, admittance, transmission, inverse transmission, G or H, every parameter is comprises of 4 main parameter. Like you see, Z parameter comprises of 4 parameters: Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. And you have to calculate. And now you can see on your next slide that you can how you can calculate this Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z2 आप कैसे निकालते हैं, ये हमने सीखना है. Like you have admittance parameter, that is Y. This is denoted by the Y. It is equals to Y11, Y12, Y21 and Y22. Like you have transmission parameter, it will be T, and the parameters are A, B, C, D. Next you have inverse ABCD parameter, that is inverse T, A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash, and similarly you have a H and you have a G. So that I will tell you that our two-port network analysis is basically comprised of 6 parameters, and these 6 parameters are Z, Y, ABCD, inverse ABCD, G and H. And moreover, these all parameters are further divided into 4 main categories. Like Z can be divided into 4 categories: Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. Like transmission parameter can be categorized into 4 categories like A, B, C, D. Inverse transmission will be categorized into A inverse, B inverse, C inverse, D inverse. Y parameter will be Y11, Y12, Y21 and Y22. Now it is clear to all of you. You getting a small idea, that is what is a parameter says. You get an idea, a little bit idea. After that we will practice more and more theory, more and more numerical. Your concepts will be more and more clear. But now this stage, is it clear to all of you? What do you mean by this Z parameter?
Yes.
What do you mean by this parameter? ये parameter basically होता क्या है? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I come to the next part, you can see that every parameter has its unique equation. हर एक parameter की अपनी एक unique equation होती है, which tells the relationship between the input and the output signal. And between a particular parameter, we have different type of equations. Now, first of all, today we are discussing about Z parameter. Now you can see this equation. After getting this equation, you can get an idea how these parameters can be calculated. Clear? Now my humble submission is that thing, you can please understand the basic relation, that how we can calculate the Z parameter. And after that I will share this study material as well as video with you people. You can watch this video again and again, and also go through the study material, so you can get an idea that how this Z parameter can be calculated. And I had already told you that Z parameters comprises of 4 parameters, that is Z11, Z12, Z21 and Z22. And you see how we can calculate these type of parameters. Now, as I had already told you, every parameter has its basic equation. Like if you have Z, Y, ABCD, inverse ABCD, G and H, every parameter has its basic equation. Based upon that basic equation, we can derive this equation. So first of all, today I am discussing with you Z parameter. Now see, what is the equation of Z parameter? So this is the equation of the Z parameter. Z parameter equation says V1, V2 is a function of I1, I2. What does it mean? It means for Z parameter, input voltage and output voltage is a function of input current and output current. Clear? So every parameter has certain equation. This is the equation for a Z parameter. Later I will discuss with you another parameter. So that parameter has certain its a unique equation. Like if you talk about y has its unique equation. If you talk about g has its unique equation. But this is the equation for the z parameter. And I can again repeat, the z parameter says v1 v2 is a function of i1 i2. Now based upon this equation A, let us start and try. First of all, I convert this equation in matrix form. So you can see here v1 v2 is a function of i1 i2. यहाँ तक clear है बच्चे? यहाँ तक clear है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I have to do, as we know, when we shift the constant of proportionality, we have to add certain value. So we can say that v1 v2, I can interchange the constant of proportionality with the value z. So we have a z, and another side you have i1 and i2. Now we know this z is basically comprises of four main factors, that is z11, z12, z21, z22, i1, i2. So what I have to do, I can simply open this matrix. So what you have to get? You have to get v1 is equals to z11 i1 plus z12 i2, and v2 is equals to z21 i1 plus z22 i2. So you are getting these two equations. Now mind it, based upon these two equations, you are getting the result. Now what we have to do, you can see on equation number 1, what is the input signals and what is the output signal. In equation number 1, we have I1 and I2 is the signal, and similarly in equation number 2, again I1 and I2 is the signal. In equation number 1, we have input current and output current as signal, and similarly in equation number 2, again input current and output current has a signal. Now what I have to do, I have to get zero this input current and output current one by one. So see, let I1 is equals to 0. You can see on the top there is equation number 1. What I have to do, let I1 equal to 0. That means input current is equal to 0. Why input current? Because here 1 stands for input. So when input current is equal to 0, and current is 0 only and only when it is open circuit. So when you substitute I1 equal to 0 in equation number 1 and equation number 2, you can get V1 is equal to Z12 I2, and Z12 is equals to V1 upon I2. So you can say that you can getting a first value. That first value is Z12, and this Z12 is basically the ratio of V1 upon I2. And similarly, your V2 is equal to Z22 I2, and this Z22 is equals to V2 upon I2. So from this you can conclude that when you get input current is equal to 0, that means when you substitute I1 is equal to 0, you are getting the two values. The number one is Z12, and this Z1 is 2 is equal to V1 upon I2, and Z22, this Z22 is V2 upon I2. In the same manner, I have to substitute, let I2 is equal to 0. That means output current is 0. Again, the current 0 means open circuit. Now again, I can substitute I2 is equal to 0 in equation number 1 and equation number 2. When you substitute I2 is equal to 0 in equation number 1 and equation number 2, you can see V1 is equal to Z11 I1, and Z11 is equals to V1 upon I1, and V2 is equal to Z21 I1, and Z21 is equals to V2 upon I1. Hence, you can say that your Z parameter is nothing but you have Z parameter is comprises of four things, that is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. Now, Z11 is equals to V1 upon I1, Z12 is equals to V1 upon I2, Z21 is equals to V2 upon I1, and Z22 is equals to V2 upon I2. And the same thing that I will discuss in your experiment number 1. You can go through their experiment number 1. In that experiment, what I have tell you that Z parameters comprises of four members, that is Z is equal to Z11, Z12, Z21, and Z22. The same thing will be happen in their experiment. In an experiment, you have to prove that either the theoretical value will match with the practical value. So once the college will remain open, and when we go to these practicals, you can see theoretical, you can calculate the value of Z11, Z12, Z21, and Z2, and you can match this value with the practical version. Your answers will be okay. So this is all about the parameter, and in this parameter, this is all about the first parameter, that is called as Z parameter, which is also known as impedance parameter, which is also known as open circuit parameter. So my humble request to all of you, you can watch this video again and again and also go through the study material. You can get a benefit from the study material. And in my next lectures, we will discuss one by one all the parameter. So this is the one parameter, that is Z parameter. In my future classes, we will discuss with you Y parameter, then after that transmission, after that inverse transmission, after that H, and after that G. Hope you can understand in a better option way. If you have any doubt, you can comment me on my comment box. I will try to solve the issue. Clear hai?